games from your console, computer, even in your mobile devices. It's everywhere and it has become an essential part in people's life. It's so important that it has been used for competition, esport,
2020 World Champions!
making creative content, and money.
You can't be serious! No, it's no way!
And yes, I'm also the person who loves playing games and always wanted to work in a career related to game. Do you know how a game had been made before it's finally being released? In order to create a game, you need to know about two areas, art and programming. Let's just talk about programming, shall we? But before we talk about that, I would like to explain why programming, why choosing computer science or CIS instead of art. The field and career of computer science is very broad and diverse. You will have multiple options to choose which path to follow. Computer science has cybersecurity, networking, website database, or development. It is a lot more on the list. A lot of reports have shown that people who work in the field of computer science and CIS or information technology can earn an amount of salary up to over $100,000 per year. The numbers depend on the degree you have and your working experience. Okay, about industry trend of computer science. Since technology will keep on evolving and getting more advanced, the demand for IT support as well as computing will increase as well. There are a lot of potential are waiting to be explored in this industry. Personally, I chose computer science because I love computer. I love how to assemble them and learning more about the technology. And also because I love games. And what will be better than working in the field of games in the industry of computer? Now, in order to program and develop a game, it is a must for you to know how to use programming languages such as Python, Java, C++. They're all very important and they sure will bring you a lot of benefits if you work in the area of technology. All the technology companies around the world will require you to have at least some experience related to programming and their languages. Okay, now that we have been talking somewhat about career paths in programming, so where to start? If you study at Highland College and want to learn about the field of computer and game like me, then from this part to the end of the video is for you. At Highlight, you will have multiple pathways to choose. You can choose to study for the 2-year degree or study for the degree that transfer you to the 4 years of university in order to learn about programming languages that needed to develop a game. You will need to start with Computer Science 100, the survey of computing, where you can learn about the history of computer and anything about them in the past, how they were evolved and stuff. And you can be able to start learning other programming languages like Python, Java. Some of them will be website developing, programming, and C++. You will need to learn all of them in order to get the degree. That is all about my experience and perspective. Now, I would like to share my conversation with somebody who is also studying at Highland College at a higher level than me. This conversation will provide you another perspective and I hope it will be helpful. So, hello, how are you doing?
I'm fine, I guess.
Okay, my name is Nguyen and what would you like to introduce yourself?
My name is Storing, and I'm a computer science major at Highland.
Okay, so for today's discussion, I have a few questions and concerns related to computer science career paths and program. And I hope you can share some of your experience as a student who is studying and following this path as well. So, why did you choose computer science?
I have studied computer science since I was a child back in Vietnam, where I come from. I began study programming maybe at the age of 10 or even younger, so I know what else to choose, for future.
Okay. Did you choose it because you love computer or it's just something that you like?
I think both. Something I like and something I'm good at, because I started very early at such age. And my father also, I think he classified as a enthusiasts. He passed some love for technology to me, and I had it and been with it since.
Oh, awesome. So it was from your father, and now it's you. It's your turn.
Yup, you can say it like that.
Okay. So, what classes are you taking this quarter?
I'm taking Java 2, I guess, and Physics 201 and Calculus 3.
So, is it mainly about programming, coding?
I wish. Only Java 2 is related to programming. It's about, in the name already, the introduction to object-oriented programming with Java 2.
Oh,
That's the full
Java.
name of the class. Yeah, Java.
Oh, so since you study programming, what is your future career? What do you want to work?
That's actually a really hard question because you know how broad the technology field is. It's actually, yeah, you say what is my main focus? I think it's going to be researching, become a researcher in this field about artificial intelligence. But also, I think I also want to be some kind of game developer because I have some experience. Also, I have some experience in web developer. So yeah, all the above, yes.
Okay, so web developer. Have you ever think about working in the area of game, like a game programmer?
Oh, I already got some experience. I qualified to be, I think you noticed the VNG, the one who made Yellow in Vietnam.
The what?
The Zalo, the
Yeah,
the
Zalo. Okay,
in
I
Vietnam,
know that.
VNG. Yeah, I
Yeah.
qualified to be the intern back when I was in Vietnam.
Oh, you got an intern in those company for the
Yeah,
software.
already. About game, yeah, about game developing, but sadly I've moved here, so I haven't started my internship yet, but I qualified for it. So I think maybe here I'm gonna find something similar to begin with. Yeah.
Cool. So since you're already here, about your future career, when you are actually working, how much money do you think you can get from your future career?
I don't think that's a good question to ask when you are in this field, because it's gonna make you feel like you only studying and working for the money,
Yeah.
and not for the passion of the craft. But if I have to answer that question, I think I don't care.
Oh, so you just like working in that field is all you wanted?
Yeah, I guess because I started young. I like it ever since. I do it for free. To be honest.
Oh, okay. You really
Yeah.
you really love it. So before we end our discussion, I have a final question for you. With all the programs and classes that you have taken, what is your advice in order to become successful? Like there's
It's hard.
yeah, I know it's a hard question.
Yeah.
So you have been through a lot of things, a lot of lesson concept that is really hard. I have heard that programming is really hard since you have to study a lot of programming languages. What do you do in order to get used to with that difficult?
When I was a student in Vietnam, I was a part of the Olympic teams, and I took part in the contest for International Collegiate Programming Contest, and I made it to the regional round, and that is past the national round in Vietnamese, and one more round, and I'm gonna reach the world finals. Yeah, so although it's really hard to say what successful feel like, I think that I see successful people a lot because of my experience. And I also, in the national university myself, I see a lot of examples like that. I can say that maybe the secret, they all have one thing in common. That is the perseverance,
Oh,
the grit, the way they grind. They never. That's why in the previous question about how much money you make, that's why I answer I don't care, because for all those people, they don't care about money. They care about love of the craft, right? They always grinding forward despite everything, and that's what made them successful in this field, because they don't care about money, they don't care anything at all. They just do that for the love of the craft. So yeah, that's my answer.
Okay, awesome. That is all for today's discussion. Thank you for joining me today and sharing your wonderful thought. Thank you for joining me.
Yes, thank you.
This is the end of the video. I hope it can help you understand better about the path and careers of computer science that you have chosen. I hope you enjoyed the video and thank you for watching.